It's alive!
Welcome to the lab with Amard on the Big Show, where music is dissected and analyzed by listeners for the listeners.
Last week got kind of crazy because it was my birthday and I kind of lost track of what I was supposed to be doing. But don't worry, this week we're back again. And namhla silo Leonard Mapfumo. How you doing, my guy?
Hey, what's up, Amard? I love the energy show. And happy belated birthday, and thank you for having me on the show.
Hey, Amard, what's going on? What's good, Mr Coazer? And of course, shout out the legend, Mr Mapfumo. How you doing, man? What's going on?
Yo, Amard, what it do, girl? How you doing? Mr. Krimz, what's the story, bruv? And Mr. Mapfumo, how are you, sir? Welcome to the lab. It feels so good to be back on the lab. Let's get it cracking.
Alright, comrades, and crack on we shall. Our very first subject today is coming from Ulenni OkaNdlovu, and the song is called Can I Take You Out?
First subject.
Shona
First subject.
So you must have picked up that the take you out was not literally punching, but it was like, let me take you to see places, okay? That was our first subject, Ulenni OkaNdlovu, Can I Take You Out? Now the song is all about adventures, and the sound seeks to take the listener's imagination back to the old days. We heard Damara sound in there, and straight to the future, while the message on the lyrics takes you around Zimbabwe in a tourist spirit. Let's see how the reviews go.
I'm loving the production on this song. The way that he balanced the vocals and his sound. I like the way that he fused that old music, that old feel, that old South African sound. How he plays the organ and he fuses it with the modern sound. His vocals are well balanced, his BVs, they are not overwhelming the main vocals, they are just right under, and his vocals and sound, they are well balanced. I really love the production on this. In terms of the song is got a nice bounce. I can vibe to this, definitely.
Yo, this first subject is a total vibe, man. I can picture myself, driving, cruising towards some holiday resort, Hey, shout out Ulen, man. I love this song. The production is super dope. The beat is a total vibe. I got nothing to take out of this song. This is a vibe for me. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, first subject, I like it. It's got this modernized kwaito going on, but the old school feel, like Leonard is saying. I started thinking of the Soul Brothers, the way the organ was being played. It took me back a bit. I like how he put together his lyrics and made it relatable to us Zimbos, and let me just take you out, like end of the weekend, what's your plan, chichichi. I like the song. It's got this really good vibe to it, a happy-go-lucky type of feel, but you can really vibe to it. It's actually a good song, well put together.
Well, aren't we off to a good start? Let's just hope that the second tracks do something. They do the thing. Remember, if you've missed any of our labs, you can always catch them on my YouTube page. That is at Amard ZW. And you can also just proffer your thoughts as well on that. We will be continuing with the lab in a little bit.
Well, it's a big show.
Z.
Remember, you can send your music through to the lab on z@gmail.com. Make sure that your music is clearly labeled and it has a bio in there, as well as your social media handles. Now, it's time for us to get into our second subject today. Second subject is a Hustler T. The song is called Skiri.
Second subject.
Muswe Mudenga. Yeah, Hustler T. Juice. Dokotera. Elvis Davis. Word 'em up, son. Skiri riri straight kunge pore flag ya nyika. Skiri riri hot kunge mvura yemugiza. Skiri neka pink rinodiwa nemakoso. Skiri rinodonedza musika. Skiri rinosheka pese panenge ratsika. Skiri rakasimba rine mongo. Skiri rinofanirwa nediaspora vari mhiri. Skiri rinorema riri heavy kunge nzou. Skiri rine shuga swaga. Skiri rinodhura rinobhadhara mabhiri. Skiri rinoputitsa mututu vane godo. Skiri riri pure mvura yemutsime. Skiri riri sweet zijet. Skiri rinodiwa nemarasta level. Skiri rinodiwa nemapasta amen. Skiri rinotoresa bag iwe. Skiri rinonaka chigiri. Skiri nemutupo mukahuru big cats iwe. Word 'em up, son. Yeah. Vaudzei is a skiri. Skiri. 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 Hanzipo chipiri tatu stara kuziva chete. Ukadzi wekurora kana hembe dzekupfeka. Bhutsu hembe neheti. Wagona kumechesa. Kunyatsogona kugeza ganda kutsvedzerera. Kugona kudaro chete mabhebhesa nakirwa. Chichkorera chiizi chirega kuzhandukira. Kushedza wetokagara usabwenda kucounter. Stara chete chete. Handino nashauta. Give us round of applause. Dokotera na hustler. Stara tapinda nayo yapa monyo kurwadza. Kuramba chingu advansa nemastanzi kunge bolo. Nestara yakazara kunge mafuta munguruve. Aizi ya nasi stara takabva nayo kure. Stara ino unotyisa mfunge kana kunwisa nestaira wagona zvakonorarama madiro nestaira vakawanda vari muvhokaifira vaudzei nezeskiri skiri vaudzei nezeskiri skiri vaudzei nezeskiri skiri vaudzei nezeskiri skiri
Patient build the master, I'm building the skill. Blending with this art, man, I'm pressing this drill. Downright chill, took a pill in Ibiza. Now I'm present, still flapping this ether. That's the Nazi joke. I'm leaving Tupac bones. With the verses in my phone, I'm boosting Tupac ghost. I'm the new hardcore, pulling all times though. Hustler and the doctor, man, this track is a bomb. Vaudzei is a skiri. Skiri. Vaudzei is a skiri. Skiri. Vaudzei is a skiri. Skiri. Vaudzei is a skiri. Skiri.
Legendary skills for shizzle. Muswe mudenga denga. Step hustlers for shizzle. Rest in peace to step hustlers.
Second subject.
Hustler T is a Norton-based Zim hip-hop artist, and he started doing his hip-hop in the early 2000s with the group Sturb Hustlers. I think hustling here is a thing. And to date, they've released 4 albums and 1 video. But we're going to see how he fares when he meets the panel of Leonard Mapfumo, Krimz, as well as Mr Coazer.
Second subject, man, basic. I get it, but when he started rapping, I had some hopes for this track. But then the chorus came in. That's when I was like, they lost me. I mean, well tried, but for me, this is not working. First things first, the beat itself is just a basic beat, and well, basic raps. But I don't know what they were trying to do with that chorus. I don't know. This is a no for me. I'm not going to comment much on this one.
Subject number 2, Skiri. I appreciate the concept, but I feel like song yakamanyirwa. The first verse kind of felt like an extension of the intro, and then chorus yangesnana tumbogadzana ne beat actually. In fact, the entire mastering was terrible. I think mic positioning is something we need to keep in mind when we're recording each other, because no matter how much you process, no matter how much excess reverb you put on a vocal, we can still pick up which something wasn't right. Second verse, all I can say is the world needs only one stunner. Please, thank you. Third verse, it was being swallowed by the beat. I feel like the beat was generally overpowering the vocals, making the production overly terrible. Yeah, this one doesn't pass for me. I don't smack this track.
Yeah, the second subject is quite interesting. I think in terms of production, they used a lot of an excess of reverb, and their higher frequencies and their lower frequencies, they are not really balancing. So that's why we are struggling. It sounds like the vocals and the beat, they are fighting each other. So they really need to balance that out. In terms of the concept, it's interesting. It's hip hop. So I guess you try and show your skills in it. And in terms of the production itself, there's a lot of work that needed to be done. The song sounds like it wasn't really finished. It still needed to be worked on, balanced very well, and then released. It sounds like it's an unfinished product.
Yeesh. Lukewarm reception. What do you think about our second subject today, Hustler T, Skiri? Send through your voice notes to 0731 168 045.
If you want to participate on the lab, WhatsApp your comments on 0731 168 045.
And our final subject today on the lab is JVan featuring Msizkay, a song produced by Chuchu and is called Wadidizela.
Final subject.
That's Chuchu.
Yeah. Lena, Wadidizela, Wadidizela, Lena, Wadidizela, Wadidizela. Uyinhloboni yomuntu uyisidalwa bani kanti umenga ulelale. Uyinhloboni yomuntu uyisidalwa bani khethu umenga ulelale. Moya wami khethe yodwa, moya wami khethe yodwa indlela. Moya wako ukhethe yodwa, moya wami khethe yodwa indlela. Hey, Lena, Wadidizela, Wadidizela. Are you coming or going? Are you here or there? Are you coming or going? Are you here or there? One foot in and one foot out. We are caller now, or do you want to doubt? Are you a believer or something else? We are caller now, or do you want to doubt? Melukete, la mi futi melenkete, ukumutu melakete, melubezazi. Melukete, la mi futi melenkete, ukumutu melakete, melubezazi. Lena, Wadidizela, Wadidizela.
Final subject.
The minute I saw Msizkay on this track, I was like, I have faith. I have lots and lots of faith. But do our people, do our Krimz's and Mr Coazers and Leonard Mapfumos have the same feeling?
Third subject, Wadidizela JVan. Chinichoga chaningade kudza JVan ndechekuti this beat is not the greatest beat in the world because it's a typical Africanized trap beat of a Zulu Ndebele Southern African origin. So I feel like it was screaming for multiple textured voices. You could have had someone assist you with the chorus in terms of BVs, and then really focus on the singing and the chants so that you have this nice palette of vocals that accompany an otherwise flat beat. Not saying that it's a bad beat, but it's not the best in the world, because if you hear one Africanized trap beat, you've heard them all. The mastering was overly okay, making the song acceptable, but on the lab we're not looking for acceptable, we're looking for something that's wow, because if there's no wow factor, you're just going to fall where everybody else fell, and your song is not going to stick out because it's going to sound like any other Africanized trap beat of a Mother Africa type feel.
As soon as I saw Msizkay, I knew this was gonna be a banger. I don't need to say no more. Said fine. This is dope. Dope.
Yeah, the production on the third subject is quite decent. It's good. I think just to reduce a bit of that reverb and the vocals and the instrumentation, I think. Yeah, that would help a lot. But yeah, the production is quite decent.
I actually feel like Krimz is getting a little bit lazy with the reviews. Unless I'm scratched at some stage. But I actually like that track. But like Daniel said, for me, it feels like it was actually saved by Msizkay being on that track. But we're going to hear the overall results in a little bit on The Lab.
Well, listen.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Ndikuparidza here chete. Ndikuti nini? Unogona kunge wakadzidzana 17 madegree. As long as usikagone kuti initi hausi chunhu.
Amard on the Big Show.
Graced by the legendary presence of Leonard Mapfumo on today's lab, we looked at music from Ulenni OkaNdlovu, Can I Take You Out, which is a song produced by T.I. Beats, I think, yeah. And our second subject today was Hustler T from Norton. The song is called Skiri, and it was produced by Sly Mandi. And our final subject today was coming through from a JVan featuring Msizkay, produced by Chuchu, and the song is called Wadidizela. And now it's time for us to get into the results.
The results.
Once again, thank you for having me on the lab today. My final thoughts. I think we really need to work on our end product in terms of mixing and mastering, because right now we're competing with the world and we need to be at par with everyone else. We need them to come into Zimbabwe and also have their productions done here. My favorite was number one. It was well done, well put together. The production, the lyrics, and number two and number three. I think there was an issue of overusing your reverb, your auto tune. I think we just need to balance those things out, and I think. We'll be on our way to competing with the rest of the world.
Overall, the lab for me was a 1 out of 3. First subject being the one that took the cup. Second runner-up would be the third subject, Wadidizela, and then of course number 3 trailing behind, failing to live up to its name, Skiri. I don't have much to say. It's just that we need to look at how we process our music, yeah, and how we can make it stand out. Because, yeah, a banger today, is it going to be a banger next year? What's going to make me remember your song? Because there's so much happening out there, so many new releases, so many experiments going on. You need to stay ahead of the game. But otherwise, we appreciate everybody putting in and putting out their music, bringing it to the lab. We appreciate you guys. Keep doing your best. Yes, please. Coazer, and out.
I think today was a good day, personally, because... outside the fact that there's definitely a need for people to pay attention to how they mix their music and how they generally blend their music together. I think we're getting there. I loved the first subject and the third subject. Those were my favorites for me. The second subject, like I said, basic. I really didn't quite feel that one, but all in all, it was a good day for me.
I'm with everyone on here. It was a bit lackluster. I think what we need to be keeping in mind is the fact that we're not producing music just for ourselves and our friends and just the country. When you're making your music, when you're getting your music mixed and mastered, make sure that you're thinking about either regional or Africa, the world, because the world is watching us right now. If you make your song, play it for your friends, the ones that will tell you the truth, and other people as well before you bring it out. That way you know exactly where you stand in all of this. But with everything, please make sure you're still sending your music through to the labonz@gmail.com. Any AUD tracks that are being sent, please believe they are not going to be looked at. There's a lot of people that are sending through their tracks that way. Not going to be acceptable. We're back again with the lab next week, Thursday, from 1:30 up until 2 p.m. right here on ZFM Stereo.
It's alive!
Tune in next week for The Lab with Amard on The Big Show, where music is dissected by listeners for the listeners.